I came into art quite late in, I suppose, my adulthood life, having had two girls as in my late teens, and got my degree in 2002. Whilst I did my degree, I worked in a chicken farm for weekends and holiday time, and every day 30,000 eggs would come trundling up the conveyor belt, and you'd have to grade them and sort them out from you know, what had cracks in and what didn't. And eventually I ended up doing a drawing that is 15 foot. This is the middle panel, so it's 5 foot by 4 foot, and there's two either side. And it's drawn on a conveyor belt system, just like being in the chicken farm. So I have this large piece of paper in front of me, scrolled, so you have a scroll there and a scroll there, and yeah, just draw chickens in that panel, then move it along until I ran out of time, and then revealed that there was, you know, 15 foot of chickens. And I also did two other obsessive sort of scroll drawing, conveyor belt system drawing. One was a mass of dots when I gave up smoking, so every time I wanted a ciggy, instead of having a fag, I'd dot like crazy, and that's got this still life sort of feel about it, still life smoke. Since doing that, I was very lucky to get a residency at Wisby Nature Park, and there my obsessive nature, I suppose, came out. I went in and on the first day decided that I would just create three-dimensional pieces of artwork from what was just lying around on the floor, and started making leaf stacks. And from these leaf stacks, the warden was going around with a group of gentlemen, and they sort of wondered how these leaf stacks came about. And one guy said, "Oh, you know, so what creature would make these?" And the warden told me this, so I went off and started making little mudmen from so there's a natural clay bed in the grazing marsh. And from there I decided to try and make a larger mudman, and this is where my willow work started. So because also Wisby has lots of willow around all the lakes, and they were cutting some willow down, I asked them if I could use some, which they said, yeah, go for it. So I made my first willow mudman. He stood about 3 foot tall, and he was planted out in the park. And I started trying to see what forms I could make by not doing a traditional weave with a willow. I quite like the looseness of how willow could be, and just playing with its own qualities, I suppose. And I've done some children's workshops with willow. I managed to get a school project with Legsby Primary School, and we built creatures that might live in a woodland. So we built this huge spider with 8 foot long legs and a large domed body. We built butterflies that were 6 foot long with big wings, and a couple of snails that I ended up building too. And from a picture that was in the paper from them, I got a commission to do the Eleanor Cross for the Lincoln Cathedral Flower Fest in 2005. That must be my largest willow piece I've made. That was 14 foot by about 4 foot wide. Yeah, very pleased with that. And now I've been asked to do a B-skep for the lateral salter, which is very exciting.